What's up? What's up, everybody? Big Herc in the house. What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of Prison Talk. Hope you had a great weekend and enjoyed Cinco de Mayo, even though I heard they don't even celebrate this shit in Mexico. It's just a reason for American people to drink. Anyways, shout out to you. Hopefully you didn't get caught up in any bullshit. Thank you for subscribing. We still looking to reach that 500,000 mark. We're at about 380,000. We need you guys to share the channel, subscribe, quit being a weenie, and that way we get to 500,000. We're gonna give away $1,000. Second place, flat screen. Third place, a commissary bag. So make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Make sure you subscribe to the website, and that you're subscribed to our Instagram and our Twitter, which is big, which is actually FreshOutSeries. So make sure you subscribe to everything, man. Support, represent. You know, we try to keep you guys laced up. If you haven't got a chance to check out the website, check it out. We got some cool new merchandise in the store. So check out the store, the Fresh Out Merch Lab store. Go to the website, FreshOutSeries.com, and pick you up some gear. We're doing a lot of big things, a lot of good interviews coming out. We got a lot of content we're trying to add to the channel to diversify so that you guys can share in our movement. So if you're local to the LA area, or you're in California, or you're in Arizona, or maybe Oregon or Washington, or somewhere that's not too far, holler at us. If we can make arrangements to travel, we'll travel. If you got the bread, you want to pay for us to come out there and interview, we'll come out there. So, we're trying to get a lot of different content, and you don't have to have gone to prison. It's not all about prison. It's about whether or not you're doing something with your life and you can be positive. So if you're doing something positive, holler at us, and we would love to come out to your area and do an interview and make it happen, man. So if you're an entrepreneur, you're a business owner, you're somebody who's got something positive going on, we would love to showcase you on our channel. Also, for the music, we're still dropping the beats on Thursdays. So you can shoot us an email, FreshOutSeries@gmail.com, with your music. We'll send you a release so we can access the music. Or you can also hit us up on the website. But if you shoot us an email with the music, we'll review it with the team and put you on the playlist so that people can hear your music on our Beat Drop Thursday. So holler at us, man. We're trying to open up opportunities for everybody and keep it real. I haven't got a chance to see Avengers yet, but I'm going to try to get to it this weekend, man. I've just been real busy and, enjoying life. You see, we had, Becky get her cheeks busted. We're talking about, it's kind of, winding down, but the whole college tuition scandal. I don't know what you guys think about that. Rich people paying for their kids to go to school. The focus was on Felicity Huffman and Lori Loughlin. And Felicity Huffman, she's on Desperate Housewives. I think she paid like $15,000. Lori Loughlin, I think she paid upwards of $500,000. But there were some people that paid way more than them. There was an Asian girl. Her parents paid, I think, like $6.5 million. Man, I mean, damn, she could have bought a business for that much. But her parents paid over $6 million for her to go to USC. Now, what does that say about going to USC? Hey, man, this shit is crazy, man. See, you guys, man, you got to wake up, man. If you ain't getting no paper, if you ain't realizing why the rich people price you out of shit, they don't want you to know what the hell they got going on over there. They don't want you to have those connections, man. You guys better wake up, man. Somebody said, I've been to 4-year colleges in prison, go to school, I'm in debt all the way around. Yeah, man. See, rich people, they don't have no debt. They're not taking on school loans. When they graduate, if depending on the life insurance policy that they've opened up, that pays for their education. They take a loan out against their life insurance policy and pay for it. Somebody said, Pauly Shore said he just paid $500,000 for his child to get into Harvard. Hey, I'm telling you, man, people, it's the haves and have-nots. It's the haves and have-nots, man. It's like, dude, I've seen both sides. I haven't seen no Harvard or nothing like that, but it's a whole nother world, man. And people, you can talk shit and say, oh, man, the hell with them. Well, I'd rather my kids be connected than not connected. I don't have any kids, but I would always want the best for my kids. So if you're a parent and you're out there doing something, man, make the best for your kids. And it's sad, man, because you have like a woman like Tanya McDowell. She was homeless and she sent her kid to a better school. And for enrolling her child in the wrong school district in Connecticut, she was sentenced to 5 years, man. 5 years because she tried to get her son into a better school and she was homeless. Come on, man. That's what I'm saying. What kind of bullshit is that? Another black woman in Ohio, Kelly Williams Bowler. They said she was lying about residing her residence for her daughters to get into a better school. They ordered that she pay back $30,000 worth of tuition. She got 10 days in the county jail, 3 years probation, and community service. Man, come on, man. These rich people, man, they tell you, they want you to vote for their people in office and help them out and all this. And they ain't paying no taxes, but they don't want to cut you guys no breaks. You guys better wake the hell up, man. You guys better wake the hell up. You all excited about this prison shit. You better get excited about making some damn money. Take care of your kids, man. Make sure your kids got a better life than you do. If you a deadbeat, get off your damn ass, man. Brandon Glidden, what's going on, man? Herc, we emailed you before. Army veteran, member of the Wounded Warrior Project, own the sports car business, specializing in wholesale sports cars and supplies. Let's talk. Yeah, I remember we emailed back and forth before. I don't know nothing about that business, bro. To be honest with you, I'm in cars and I'm trying to get into watches, but I don't know anything about that, so I wouldn't know where to begin. But, shoot us another email. We can, I'll get on the phone and chop it up and see if there's anything there, but I don't know nothing about them. That's out of my league. But, I know you're a hustler because I know you're always talking about getting money. Carl Williams, what's up, man? Don't you ever get tired of chasing money every day? Do you ever want to relax and not do anything for months? No. To me, it's almost like people would say it's a curse or it could be a blessing because I'm not lazy. I don't settle for shit. See, that's the difference between me and everybody else. That's the difference between Floyd Mayweather, people who are training, Mike Tyson, Damian Lillard. These guys who are top notch in their fields. I don't never get tired. I don't want to lay down and be regular. I don't want to be regular like everybody else. Do you? If you want to be regular, then hey man, I don't want to be regular size, little arms, dad body, working a 9 to 5, come home, watch a couple football games, basketball, barbecue. I don't want that. I never did. I never want to be a regular mother effer. No. I always want to be different, man. I always want to push the envelope. I was always about hustling. I was just talking with my friend today, and he was like, man, if you would have just bought a couple Hondas, you and your wife, you wouldn't have to worry about, fixing cars and all this stuff. I don't want no goddamn regular car, man. I don't want a regular house. I don't want a regular life. That's me, though. Ain't nothing wrong with being average if that's what you like. If you're content, then, man, I could have been just sit back and bought a couple homes and laughed and just, had a one week of vacation a year and whatever. I don't want that. That's not for me, man. My job in life is to blaze a path, to make things happen, to be different, to create, to open up doors. That's what my life is about. Not like being a regular dude. I'm not no regular dude. That's why I don't eat like regular people. I don't work out like regular people. I don't live like regular people. Somebody says, does your Acura have ceramic tint? No, I got like a some type of UV protection tint, but I do have a ceramic coating on the car. But I got to get it touched up again. I got to get the paint touched up. Right now, I'm kind of like I'm adding a new clutch to that and getting some other stuff done. And then I'm getting my 928 Porsche together. That thing's gonna be a monster. I'm about to get that painted and do a few little things of that. Herc, would you ever take a microchip? Nope. You ain't putting no microchip in me. You don't need to know my whereabouts like that. Not selling the NSX. I got too much invested. That car's like a brand new car. New motor, new transmission, new clutch, new brakes. And I'd be suspension. I'd be stupid to sell it because I have to start from scratch. I've been hustling since the CD burners came out in '97. Started making CDs and slanging them in high school. Napster was my go-to. There you go, man. Some people are naturally hustlers. Some people need to go to work, man. Ain't nothing wrong with going to work 9 to 5. Somebody telling you what to do. You know when to show up. You know when you're leaving. You know what your paycheck is going to be. You know what you got to do. You don't have to think. You don't have to make decisions. Some people love that. I mean, hey, I don't knock it, man. A lot of people in my family, that's how they like it. They like average. They like, things to be structured. For them to have direction, they're perfectly content with that. I don't knock my family members, but that's not me, man. It's like I was born from something else. I got a different type of vibe in me, man, and I can't shake it. I cannot shake it and just be normal, to be a regular dude and sit around. I can't do it. Never can I stop working out. Never can I stop trying to come up with new ideas, meet new people, to inspire, to motivate. Never can I stop doing that. It's not in my blood to stop. The Green Machine is up for sale, man. I'm moved on to the Porsche NSX and the Cougar, so I'm selling the Chevelle. Fresh Out contradicts and doesn't meet its goal and what it does. What is the goal? Who are you? You got a dumbass name, Booty Bandit. You a fool. Anybody who calls himself the Booty Bandit, you're a damn fool. You're an idiot. What's up with not cursing? And I noticed your content has become tame. Your rawness was. Hey, you know what? Blame that on YouTube, man. Blame that on YouTube, bro. YouTube has been shutting Fresh Out down. They've been taking away our monetary ability because of flagging videos. So now I got to talk like a damn lame, like all the other lames on there. They don't want me keeping it raw. They don't want me telling you guys how it really is and how things in the real world work. So I have to talk around things. I have to be careful with my language. I can't be Big Herc. I got to be Big Herc. I got to talk all soft so people don't get offended. YouTube said no cursing. You say this and that. You can't, this video is not going to be monetized. You'll get a warning. That's what it's come down to, man. So you guys better jump on our, website and subscribe if you want raw shit, because I can't get raw on here no more. YouTube has basically winded us down, and all these lame ass shows that don't educate you, that don't give you any real game, who are talking about dumb ass stuff. Oh man, I was in the pen and I was doing this and I seen somebody who wants to talk about, if you seen another man get raped, man, what kind of dude is you, man? If you was hanging out with homosexuals or transvestites, what were you doing in the penitentiary for real? If you were socializing with these people. I don't talk about that. That wasn't my business. Those people existed. I wasn't hanging out with them. And I'm not promoting, I was in there smoking and gambling and blah, blah, blah. No, I'm not. It's about life now and how you can stay out of prison. So if you guys want to be about it, support us and let people know that, hey, man, Fresh Out is about the real, and we got, good content, better than all these other guys out here who are trying to do spinoffs of what we're doing. Talking about nothing. You ain't getting no game from nobody else out there on YouTube. You tell me who you getting game from. If it's not Gary Vaynerchuk or Grant Cardone. Who else is giving up the game on how to step your hustle up and how to go from prison to success and how to make something of your life. I got to talk like a damn weenie on here now because of people crying about, oh, they're offended. Hey, I bought a regular home, regular car, Toyota paid off. I can retire, but only 31, still on the grind, making $100K a year. I feel regular. Hey, man, there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not knocking what you're doing. Congratulations, man. Congratulations. You know? Hey, more power to you, man. I'm just saying for myself, I got a different mentality, man. That's just who I am. I'm not knocking. There's everybody has their own thing. There's people, I can drive up the street and there's people in $6-7 million homes. And hey, man, that's regular to them. $6 million home is regular. They might drive a Toyota. I'm not knocking anybody hustle. So don't knock my hustle and the fact that I like to keep grinding. This is what this channel is about. If you don't want to grind, then this ain't the right channel for you. Would Aunt Becky do time in the feds or state? I think it'd be fed because it dealt with the schools. I think it dealt with federal tuition or state tuition. I would say it's federal. I would think it's federal, man, because the college system. If you steal from college, if you do some type of bribe, I think it's because of interstate. I think it's federal. But I'm not positive. Depending on where you live at, and if the student is applying out of state, it could be federal because now you're talking about interstate commerce. Can you talk about what Joe Rogan will expect? Oh yeah, we've been trying to get on Joe Rogan, man. You know what I mean? We've been trying to work and get on there because he's he's on the same level. He talks about a lot of the same content. So hopefully in the near future we'll be on Joe Rogan. How much for the Chevelle? You got to go on CNC Motors. I got it on consignment. You can go on there and see what it's worth, what it's going for. But it's going up. It's up there. It's over 80 grand. YouTube isn't racist, it just hates freedom of speech. I agree, man. I mean, dude, when you can't cuss, when you can't talk about certain things and people get offended, this is a sissy ass environment. People cry over little things, man. You got to grow some thick skin if you want to be successful in this world. If you're going to cry over everything and complain, then you're going to have a lot of problems growing up in this world, man. I'll tell you that. You guys got to toughen up, man. You gotta learn to deal with situations with a little bit more heart. Carl Williams, thanks for the donation. There needs to be an unfiltered YouTube where people can talk freely. I agree, man. If I could talk freely, oh man, this would be off the hook. I would have you guys on the ground rolling because I'd be spitting some straight game. I'd be telling you about everything from idiots I ran across that thought they were gangsters, to the cuckolds, to the adult industry, to dealing with people who have no clue, racial issues I've come across as far as in my journey. I'd have this channel booming, but I can't talk about a lot of stuff because we'll be flagged. The Chevelle is a 72 with a 70 front clip. All new wiring, motor, high performance, transmission, 4L60E built, shift kit, 12 bolt main, 411 gears, supercharger, 515 horsepower to the wheels, 500 feet of torque. It's a monster. The system doesn't like independent thinkers. I agree, man. Do having 3 jobs average? Nah, you a hustler. You a hustler, man. You like myself. I wear 3 or 4 hats, 4 or 5 hats. How many days a week do you train? I train 5 days a week minimum. People don't cry enough is the problem. We have to register our property with the government. We have to pay taxes. We have to pay traffic fines. They got us on stronghold. Hey, man, I agree. They said Amazon, I forgot how many billions they made last year and they paid no taxes. Look at all these corporations, man. No taxes. But as an individual, man, you get your wig split, man. You're paying you barely make six figures. They want their money. It's insane, man. It's insane. You can't if you're an individual and you don't own a corporation, you really can't survive anymore because you're getting taxed to death. OG77013, thanks for a donation. You got a podcast, you could talk about that shit. Okay. That's the next step, man. I mean, we haven't had time. We got so much stuff we're trying to shoot just for YouTube that we haven't had time to sit down and do a podcast. But that would be the next level where we can get on a podcast and I can get raw. Because I got some raw shit to talk about, man. You know what I mean? I got some stuff that'll blow your mind, but I can't talk about it on here because this has to be viewer friendly. Dwayne Carr, thanks for the donation. Herc, have you been followed by undercovers after getting out of prison trying to slip you up? Nah, I ain't been followed by no undercovers because I don't do nothing, man. I ain't doing nothing. I'm on YouTube. I'm buying and selling cars. I'm trying to sell yard time workout drink. I'm selling clothing. I'm doing motivational speaking. I'm doing life coaching. Go to Big Herc 916, man. I got a whole nother channel about motivation and positivity, and I'm just hustling myself. I ain't doing nothing. And you know, they ain't got no reason to follow me, man. If anything, a lot of them watch the channel because I keep it real. I tell people, man, I'm not out here being no crybaby. What are your thoughts on food stamps? Hey, if you're a single parent, a single mom, you're going through hard times and you're trying to take care of your kids, I think it's cool, but they should have a program which allows people to eventually wean themselves off of those and get into some type of job trade or something. I think the problem is we need more people going into trades in college and filling in a lot of these voids in the job force that need people who can take care of certain services. That's the problem. Colleges, man, you leave college, you're 80, 90 grand in debt, man. How you gonna pay that off? When as soon as you got out of college, you gotta get a job, you gotta buy clothes for college, you gotta got a house, you gotta start a family. I mean, how you ever come up? You tell me, man. Herc trying to stay free, spiritual guy, man, the universe bless you. Hey, thank you, man. Yeah, I ain't with the bullshit. You know, I ain't with people hanging out with people who ain't got nothing positive going on in their life. I don't have time for it, man. Herc, where did you get the capital and resources to start legitimate business after getting out of the joint? While I was in the joint, I was averaging probably 300 to 600 a month hustling law work. I was a legal beagle in the prison. I wasn't practicing law, but I would help people with child support, credit card debt, traffic violations, juvenile convictions, filing motions, typing. So I hustled, man. When I was in prison, I had a bullshit job, and I used my time. I used to help people with legal work. So I put money aside. While I was in prison, I published my first novel, How Big Herc Got Down in the Porn Game. You know, I wrote two other novels. So I was busy in there, man. And when I got out, I had a little bit of change. And basically, I got a little job with a friend doing some security stuff and then working in a warehouse. And I saved my money up. And one of the homies helped me out. And I bought a car. I ended up taking that car, selling it, using that money, bought another car. And then I gradually got into investing in cars. And back then on Craigslist, 10 years ago, you can find good deals. I'd buy a car, make a couple hundred here and there. And I started hustling cars. And then I also was a personal trainer. You know, I would go to the gym and correct people working out in the gym wrong. And next thing you know, I had a client. So, you know, I was hustling, bro. I took my little personal training money, my my little money I have from my little job, and I invested in old schools, and I'd flip them. I make a little money here and there, but it was enough to where I could make it work for me, And then I started a clothing line and did a bunch of other stuff, Three God, thanks for the donation. That's why the system is trash. You get punished just because you want a higher education, college. I agree, man. The system is garbage, You try to get your kid a good education, you're gonna go to jail if you do it to where, like these women who don't have the money and they're trying to create a better opportunity. I mean, what is your options? You send your kid to school in the hood, and and he gets he gets caught up in the environment, the elements. Man, I'm telling you, I've been to schools in the hood, and I've been to a nice school where there was no fights. I've been to a school where it was suburbia, man. Orange County, Huntington Beach, surfers, lifeguards. Man, I ain't never heard no lifeguard in Sacramento. Ain't nobody, going to school to be no lifeguard, But this is what you have: surfers, skaters, people who are just on some different time, man. And being around a certain environment, it influences you a certain way and exposes you to things. And you shouldn't have to worry about fighting every day. Man, when I was in Sac, man, when I was going to school in North Highlands, I used to have to watch the way I came home because dudes was trying to get me, man. I had dudes wanting to take me out the game. I had dudes wanting to really do some harm to me because of just, being from a certain area and the fact that I wasn't no pushover. So a kid should never have to worry about being harmed going to and from school. And just in general, man, you should be able to go to class, go to school, and meet people and feel good about yourself. It shouldn't be you have to bust somebody upside the head. Somebody said that's what happened to me when I went to school in the Heights. Yeah, man, it's crazy, man. I mean, I'm glad I've seen both sides. I've been to places where people have a mattress on the floor, they drinking Kool-Aid, eating hamburger helper out the box with the cheap meat and the hard cheese. And then I've been to people's houses in Huntington Beach where they got boats in the backyard, they got steak and lobster. The kids is talking about going to Stanford, Berkeley. I've seen it all, man. I've seen both sides, so you can't tell me too much about this growing up shit. What kind of skateboard did you used to have? I had my first probably good skateboard was a Rob Roscott Santa Cruz, and then I had a Smith Sticks, a Mike Smith, and then I had my favorite skateboard of all time was a Lester Kasai. Man, with my Lester Kasai, I could ollie almost 4 boards with that. That was the best skateboard I have. But the Smith Sticks was a good skateboard. They had really good concave. Blockhead had some cool skateboards, but they break real easy. Who else did I mess with? Pal Peralta, they had cool boards, but I kind of like I couldn't really do a lot of moves on their boards. Vision had cool skateboards. The Madrid with Lester, they had good skateboards. It's different, man. Different era back then, man. Brandon Glidden, thanks for the donation. Best way to send you info. We could work out a shout out each episode. This kind of hey, shoot an email to FreshOutSeries@gmail.com. I'll run it by Big Ant, my business partner. He handles all that stuff, and I'll have him line up a communication and figure out how we can work that out and see if it's something feasible. So shoot an email, and I'll have Big Ant get at you. No, I never appeared in any snuff films, man. And I don't know what movie the Chevelle was in. I can't remember. Christian Hosoi, yeah, Hosoi. I never had a Hosoi. I remember some people had one of his boards. Um, he got caught up, man, on that meth, man. Christian Hosoi, man, at one point was messing with Madonna. He was doing big things. He was the rock star of skating. Then he got caught up, and I heard the dude, I heard he told on some cats, man, from Hawaii. You know what I'm saying? I know some cats from Hawaii, and they said he would, he wasn't no good. He did some stuff he shouldn't have did, from what I heard. I don't have the paperwork, but when I mentioned Christian Hosoi, they're like, they don't like the kind. Nadas Coppins, oh yeah, Nadas from 8th Street, man, he was a beast. Tommy Guerrero, Nadas Coppins, Jesse Martinez were some of my favorite street skaters. Snitching is snitching. If at work you have a coworker keeps messing with you, you get blamed. Is it snitching if you get blamed? And somebody says, when something happens, I lose my job because of him. Hey, man, if you're dealing with a coworker, you're not talking about criminal activity. You're going to have to work that out, man. You're going to have to figure out something that's a happy medium, because I can't tell you how to handle your work environment. And, if your job's at stake, man, you got to really figure out how to handle that situation without compromising yourself. Brandon Gideon, thanks again for the donation, man. If it wasn't serious, I wouldn't be sending you money. Haha, appreciate your consideration. Hey, man, I'm not trying, like I said, I don't try to avoid you, dude. I have a lot of emails between Big Herc 916, Fresh Out, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, me trying to get my own business stuff. I can't really put no energy into nothing I don't know hands-on. If I'm sitting here with somebody and I'm not really trying to learn a bunch of other stuff, because right now I'm doing cars, I'm learning about watches, I'm trying to deal with clothing, branding. So I'm not trying to be an asshole, but I'll have my business partner look at it and see, man, but that's not my hustle, man. It's not my lane. And we're trying to get the show picked up. We're trying to work on putting together different things with the show. I got a book I'm working on, 2 books. So I really don't have any room for anything. And I got to spend time with my wife. So I'm busy, bro. And I got another thing I'm working on. Shout out to Car Socials. If you guys are down with the car game, if you are down with the car game, go check out Car Socials on Instagram, on Twitter. Subscribe. They're doing big things. They're just sponsored. Fresh Out. Check it out, man. My wife is working with that company, and they got some cool stuff. So go check out Car Socials. Herc, how do you feel about Donald Trump? Some people view him as a true player, money, fame, now the leader of the free world, the most powerful man. Others see him as a bigot. Man, Donald Trump's about his paper, bro. I've talked to several people who have worked or knew somebody that worked with him, and Donald Trump, man, he don't give a damn, man. I was talking to somebody, and they said a friend of his worked for him, and she seen Donald fired a female because she was working the front desk and she wasn't pretty. She got fired. He didn't want to work in the front desk. She fired her because she wasn't pretty enough. I mean, the dude is a gangster, man. I mean, his daddy been giving him he was getting $250,000 when he was 8 years old, a year. $250,000. I mean, damn, man. If my daddy would have been giving me $250,000, and then when I turned 18, 20, I got $1 million a year, and I could try all kind of shit. See, this is the thing. When you have a lot of money, you can make a lot of mistakes, and it won't knock you out the game. But when you don't have a lot of money, every mistake is detrimental. Every shortcoming is detrimental to your financial ability to come up. So rich people, when you have a lot of money, if something doesn't work out, you just try something else. A person who's working hard for their dollar, if it doesn't work out, that means, man, they can't, that's it. They got to stick with the job, man. Unless they can somehow raise more money. And that's the difference, man. I mean, I don't knock rich people, man. If your dad was having money, your grandfather, man, I mean, shit, man. I wish my parents would have had more money, and I could have been going legitimately to a certain school and had access to stuff, but I didn't have access to it, man. And I wasn't a dummy. I was a straight A student, so I didn't have to. I wouldn't have had to pay to get into a college. I could have passed the damn test, but I didn't have the resources. So, rich people, man, it ain't the same game, man. I don't give a damn, man. Rich people want you to feel sorry for them. I don't feel sorry for a rich person, man. Like they're a victim. Man, shit. You people out here watching this channel, just wake up, man. Get your game right, man. And I don't want to see you guys in prison. It ain't cool. Ain't nothing cool about it. Walking around talking about you a gangster, wearing ski. It ain't cool, man. I've done it all, and I paid the price for all of it. So, time for the shout-outs, man, because I got to go eat. I just got back from the gym, showered up for y'all, so I wasn't in here stinking. But I got to go eat. I got to eat me a post-workout meal. So, let's get the shout-outs cracking. Where are we going to talk about the shout-outs from? I'm going to shout out to Sacktown, North Highlands. What's up with you? If you want to have money, you can't be mad at people getting money. So, it is what it is, man. I don't knock a person who's getting their paper out there. Shout out to the 916. Shout out to Burbank. Shout out to Sydney, Australia. Shout out to Gardena 310, Rolling Hills Estates, California, Roseville, Long Beach, San Diego, Cincinnati, East Los, St. Louis, Orlando, Salito, Missouri, North Hollywood, Houston, Texas, Chi-Town, Mission, Texas, Corpus Christi, Illinois, Baltimore, Seattle, Mississippi, Merced, 209, Rochester, New York, Iowa, Arkansas, Pacoima, 818, Surrey, British Columbia, 346-713, Rockland, California, Fairfax, Virginia, Tucson, Arizona, Gilbert, California, Hayward, Oslo, Norway, El Paso, Texas, Crown Heights, Brooklyn, Rochester, New York, Tijuana, Brandon, man, thank you for the donation again, man. Shout out to Brandon Gideon. He's the donation king today. Hayward, Baltimore, 410. Daniel Lucas, the Bronx, Fresno, Connecticut, DC, New Orleans, Canada, Syracuse, New York, 502. Hey, man, shout out to everybody who tuned in. I love y'all. Hey, be positive, get your paper, educate your kids, and make it happen out there, man. Your kids should live better than you live. If you work hard, if you work 60 hours a week, do you want your kids to do the same shit? Shout out to the Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines. Shout out to Antarctica. You want your kids to be able to enjoy the fruits of what you lay down for them. So set them up so they can run their own business so they're not a damn slave to the system, man. Take care of your kids. Don't be a deadbeat out there, man. Educate them and get them some game. U.S. Army 909-925. Illinois. Hey, man. Moreno Valley. Shout out to everybody. And, if you try to get an interview, shoot us a message on the website or holler at us, FreshOutSeries@gmail. We're not pushing the negative bullshit from prison. We do prison stories and prison talk, but for real, we're looking to talk about people who are being successful so that kids can learn from them. We don't want to push the garbage. So we're not glamorizing war stories. Fresh Out is about a breath of fresh air, So holler at us, man, and let's get it cracking.